insufferable evening. What a collection of bores! Where do you suppose Gladys found them all? Probably she placed an advertisement. They couldn't have all come together by chance.
Sorry, but I'm not in the mood for conversation. I think I'll go to bed right away.
Oh, how surprising. It would seem that the tragedy of old age is not that one is old, but that one is young. What an exquisite life you've had, Dorian, and yet you're still the same.
I'm not the same.
Oh, yes, you are. I'm so glad you've never done anything. You've never carved a statue, you've never painted a picture, or written anything. Life has been your art, and you've set yourself to music.
Yes, my life has been all those things. And more. Things you could hardly ever guess at. But I did learn I want to be good. I'm going to change.
I've heard that before.
You know nothing about me. And if you did, even you would turn away from me.
Oh, nonsense. We'll always be friends. And don't talk about changing your life. You sound like a moralist. So the next thing I know, you'll be running off like a revivalist, converting people and warning them against all the sins of which you've grown tired. You're much too sensible for that.
I'm sorry, but I am tired. I think you should be going now.
Of course. I'm going riding tomorrow and I should rest up for it. Would you care to join me?
Stop by your place at 10:30.
Wonderful. We'll have breakfast together. Till tomorrow.
Good night. Coming.
Hello, Dorian.
Margaret. How good to see you again. Come in.
It's been a long time.
Yes, it has. Sit down. Would you like some brandy?
Yes, thank you. I stopped by a few times last week, but I'm always missing you. I figured you'd have to sleep sometime.
I've been busy. You know how it is. You're hardly ever at home yourself.
You look wonderful. You haven't changed at all. Is it possible?
Well, of course not. After all, it has been 20 years. You look marvelous yourself.
You must try flattery. I know exactly how I look. Older.
To me, you'll always be that young girl, standing in front of her easel. I'm surprised some young man hasn't come by and snapped you up yet.
I keep moving around. What did you do with the portrait?
Oh, well, I moved it. The light was too strong.
Don't be silly, let me see it.
No,
What?
I don't want you to look at it.
Not look at my own work, you can't mean it.
I sent it out to have it framed.
You're lying.
Of course I'm lying. Nobody believes the truth.
I'm having a special exhibition in Paris next week. Every important work I've ever painted will be included. When I was painting that portrait, I was convinced that it would be the greatest work I'd ever paint. And when I finished it, I thought it was, but then, when I looked at it again, that was just before we had heard about poor Sybil Lane. I realized that somehow I'd missed something. Maybe I was trying to paint a different truth than the one I saw. There was a hint of cynicism about the mouth in the painting. A mere hint. But it wasn't real.
I'm sorry, but the painting is mine now, not allowed to be exhibited.
Whether it was the perfect work that I thought, one that captured your soul, or just something that came close, it was one of the finest works I've ever painted. And no exhibition of my work would be complete without it. It means a lot to me.
It is unfortunate, because I refuse to let it out of my possession.
Not even for a month?
Not even for a moment.
This sounds like the stories they've been telling me about you. Ever since I got back to London, I've been hearing the most dreadful things.
Scandals about other people are sometimes interesting to me. But scandals about myself bore me.
You can't want people to think of you in the terms they do.
I couldn't care less what they say.
They say that you lie, that you cheat, that you steal, that you corrupt, that you ruin people's lives deliberately, maliciously for pleasure. They say that there have been 100 Sybil Lanes, They say that you are not welcome in a decent home anywhere.
London's not the whole world.
London's not the only place they say it. I suppose I should have expected your refusal to loan me the picture. But somehow, remembering what you looked like, and still do, I couldn't bring myself to believe it all.
Stop it. You talk about things of which you know nothing.
There's more. I know you and Henry are inseparable, yet you've ruined his sister's life.
I'm warning you, Margaret. Stop
Even
this.
her children are not allowed to live with her.
I think you'd better leave now.
I've waited a long time, Dorian, to have this out with you. I never believed any of those stories. How could I? That vile creature isn't the Dorian I knew. I defended you at the risk of my own reputation. Still, I defended you until just recently. You see, I've known Lord Gloucester all my life. He's one of my dearest friends. Always has been. He showed me a letter his wife wrote before she died. She wrote all about your affair. I read the letter and I thought I knew you. Is it possible I've never known you at all? I know your face, but I've never seen your soul.
Would you like to see my soul?
Only God can do that.
Don't be so sure. Fine. I'll let you see my soul. Afterwards, you can tell the whole world about it. But no one will believe you. You see, Margaret, what you fancy only God can see.
This is blasphemy.
You really think so?
Dorian! If you tell me it's all absolutely untrue, I'll believe you. Can't you see I want to believe you?
Instead of telling you, let me show you. I keep a daily diary of my life. I'll show it to you.
All I want is a simple answer.
Better yet, I'll give you a quick one. It will only take you a moment to read my diary.
A moment! To read an entire diary, that's impossible.
I'll show you. There. You think only God can see the soul? Draw back the drape and you'll see mine.
You're mad. Or drunk, or both.
Judge for yourself.
My God! What is that?
That is Dorian Gray.
I don't understand.
Surely you can recognize your own artwork.
That's impossible. I never painted such a vile creature.
I'm sure if you look closely, you can still distinguish your signature.
The room is damp. Mildew has destroyed the canvas, or minerals in the paint. I don't believe it's the same picture. This is the face of a demon!
No. This is the face of my soul.
God forgive you!
Rather, he should forgive you, my dear Margaret.
Me!
Yes! You're the author of this madness! It was you who created this monster!
I did not. I had no part in this!
Don't you understand? You created a portrait that was so perfect! It was so ideal that it captured my very soul.
Dorian, you must be mad.
You remember when I told you I wish I could never get old? I made that wish. Looking at this portrait. How? You know.
No. I don't understand any of this.
Of course you don't understand. While the marks of debauchery and disease have passed by my flesh, they've left their indelible stamp on my soul. The soul you captured in this painting.
Then I am responsible for this! For what has become of your life! For the deaths of all those people.
You're the only other person to know this secret.
It's a monstrosity. It must be destroyed.
You don't understand. It's me there, captured on your canvas, as I am!
Nobody could be that horrible. No such horror should exist.
I know. I can't bear to look at it. The first change occurred after it was so brutal to Sybil Lane. Only you could detect it. But then after she killed herself and I went to the opera, it really changed. I was horrified at first, but it was just cynical. I remain invulnerable. Well, it absorbs every evil.
Since I created this monstrosity, I must destroy it!
No! Stop! Oh!
There.
You don't understand. No one can live that way. No one.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Dorian. 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 What have I done? What have I done? Dorian. Poor Dorian. What a waste.